I'm Jim Daigle. I've lived on this property for 40 years. My wife and I celebrated our 50th anniversary last year, and I'm ready to cut back finally. It's called Lakeside Paisley Print. It's just a beautiful hosta. And right here you can see how well it's doing. Up here looks like a mess. However, these were filled here, 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 over there, and behind here were all holding gardens for hostas. Well, I'm digging up all my holding gardens. My daughters helped dig up these plants, and I'm potting them, and I used to divide because I have over 4,000 hostas and over 650 varieties. So I have varieties people have never seen. And I used to divide those more. But at this point, I am done with my selling, other than if I have, for instance, next year, a new garden that I dig up and I have a lot of nice plants, I might do just send out a message that I'm doing a open house day one day, if I do that. Some interesting plants right here. This one is Dream Queen, and it's one of my favorites, a slow grower. Up here's my work area. Back here I have literally hundreds of plants that I've got to I have to pot. However, that hosta right there is one of my favorite. It's called Irish Luck, and I'm going to dig it up and actually have some pieces of that for sale. These, I'm having a big sale because I literally want to get rid of all my hostas, except for, of course, the ones in the gardens. You see over there the tall grass?
Yes.
That grass has the fun name. It's Machanthus giganthus, and it's a grass, and you can see how large it gets. I have three types of grasses that I have for sale. This is one right here, which is called Chinese silvergrass, and it has that type of spots. Here and here are one of the Machanthus giganthus, and back when I retired, which was going on 17 years, up in Windsor we had a nice garden that was called Cider Hill Gardens, and I bought two, and they had to dig them up, and then they called me. Well, 2 eyes back then were $18. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm charging for that 16 less 15%. Here's another ligularia, and this one is called Café Noir. It's Noir, they spell it N-O-I-R, and someone told me it was French, and basically that's what they told me, how to pronounce it. These are all ones that are for sale, but by the time I have my sale now in a couple weeks, this will more than double, probably as much as triple, because of all the plants I'm digging up and potting. These here are some of my coleus.
Wow.
These right here too are some of the logs in the woods that I find. I drill a hole and I put in mini hostas in it. This is school mouse here. This is sun mouse here. Here's a blue mouse here, which is the most famous one. So, and you can see I have a lot of plants that make for very good companion plants. And what I mean by that is if you just have the hostas, it's more interesting if you have like some ligularia, or here's another one, ligularia, which is, no, oops, I don't have the name here and I can't pronounce it. It starts with a P and it has a bunch of Z's in it. So, if we go over here, oh, here's a ginger too. I have 4 types of gingers, and this one is called upright ginger, and it's has flowers profusely in the spring, but then all summer it will have them like that. Over in here is another garden, but I'm kind of not made it very available by having all these different plants here. Like this one is a hosta of the year. It's called Crossa Regal, and has a nice blue-green leaf, and it has a nice white underneath it. And this is 16 less the 15% discount. Here's where my main upright, oh, ginger.
Those things.
This is my upright ginger. This, about 8 years ago I had it, and I had a lot of them, and I didn't care to deal with it. And I just threw it there, and it's done very well. Now this garden, last fall, late in the fall, I dug it completely up, and see, I replaced with just one eye. Well, I guess this one has 2 eyes, but I replaced them not with a lot, but with, and hopefully I won't have to deal with this garden again. But within, even next year they're going to be touching. In the following year it will be pretty tight once again. This hosta is called Princess U, and they claim it's the largest hosta, but I have some that I think are even bigger than this. This is another famous hosta. It's called Sub in Substance, and Sub in Substance has tons of spores, meaning they took a flower from that and went and made it. They even tried to make one of those that would have a fragrant hosta. Now, to get that fragrant hosta, you need to take a flower from Plantaginia and rub it on the breeding plant, and then those might be fragrant. This is one of my roots that I put plants in. This is a nice little mini garden, and you can see right there is another oak seedling. Here's a log that I found, and I drilled holes in it, and all of these are mouse ears. So there's the blue mouse ear, and another one, and they're all in there. And see the cat up here watching them. I have this pond. I guess it could be called a swamp or a bog or something. I like calling it a bog. I have quite a few lilies, lily pads. Some have started to bloom over there. They bloom for a long time. I'll be potting this plant this size, and it will be 18 less 15%. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my gardens that we just were seeing. The upcoming open houses, which will be on July 25th, Saturday, and July 26th, Sunday. Those will be from 10 to 2:30 in the afternoon. My address is 37 Carvel Lane, Plainfield, New Hampshire. In the future, if I'm digging up a big garden and I have all kinds of plants, I'll just put it on my YouTube that I'm having one, let's say August 25th. The hostas and plants I have for sale are from $10 to $18 with a 15% discount, which makes the most expensive one $15.30 and the cheapest one $7.50. Because I have 650 varieties and hundreds of companion plants, you'll find that there's far more hostas than you have ever seen, varieties and companion plants. I am digging up all of my holding gardens. Those are gardens that when I dug up a plant and I wanted to let it grow in a holding garden rather than in one of my show gardens, I'm digging all those up, and some of those plants are really big, and they'd be $18, $15.30 with the discount. Why am I doing that? I could, in the past, I would make a lot of divisions and sell them for $16, but I want to get rid of. I just want to now enjoy my gardens and not be pressured for open houses and all of that. More importantly, I'll be making a number of videos that I'll be posting on my YouTube channel, showing you some of the tricks I've learned over the years. Perhaps a video on even something like 10 hostas and going and taking a nice close-up of them and telling you what I like about them, what I found they need to be good, to grow well, things like how much light they like and so on. Also, I have a garden that has between 6 and 6.5 hours of hot midday sun, and how I've worked to get some of those plants adjusted to that much sun. Other things that I would be talking about is how I weed. I'm a good weeder. How I collect the leaves in the woods. You can follow me on YouTube at the link that's provided on the screen. Thank you again, and hope to see you on the upcoming open houses or any time that you would just like to come and see the gardens. Thanks again.